Hi, my sunshines. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, Sunshine, back with another video. And today we are watching Fragaria Memory Red Bouquet, Episode 5, Part 1. We have made it back around to the Red Bouquet. So today we're going to be traveling to Sana's kingdom. Well, you know what I mean. Sana's, where he's residing. We'll just say Sana's kingdom because ultimately, I mean, you know what I mean. So there has been some issues, especially with the Red Bouquet and the seeds. So there's something going on at his kingdom that they had to all go back and to see what is going on the island, and hopefully they can figure out what's going on and it doesn't deter too much from how things are obviously already going in the kingdom. But Sana did encounter a lot of different things when he was traveling with the other knights. Like, he did have some issues with his memory, and like when he was with Remy-cha, there were some things going on in his mindset that I just, it's kind of like weird and off-putting. I don't know exactly where that goes into play, but we're going to see what's going down here. I think some people, I don't know if people went missing or if I think it had something to do with the water, if I'm not mistaken. Like, some of the water was disappearing, I believe, along the beach and coastline. I'm not too positive. I think I'm right, but I'm not 100%. So let me start talking and let's get into this episode, shall we? And of course, the first person we see is Remy-cha, because honestly, Sana and Remy-cha are like besties. They're like always together. And I just love the nature of their friendship because they're both so wholesome, but they're goofy and silly at the same time. And it's so cute to see.
ウサハナ王国といえば青い海なのに海がない。
そうなんだよね。
Pause. I don't know why the subtitles weren't just up here. So now I have to rewind it back a bit because I don't like missing things. Okay.
といえば青い海なのに海がない。
そうなんだよね。
See, I thought so. I thought it had something to do with the water or the sea. So yeah, it's disappearing and it's no longer there. I don't know exactly how they're going to get that back, but I'm sure they will figure out a solution before this episode is over, or well, within part 2. You know what I mean?
ある日、いつもより砂浜が広いなって思ったら、どんどん水が減ってって、それからずっとこんな感じ。文字通り、海がごっそり消えちゃってるね。これじゃあ、海っていうより砂漠だよ。
サナーの国の人たち、みんな海が大好きじゃん。めちゃくちゃ悲しんでるんじゃない？
ね。海がこれじゃ今日もサーフィンは無理か。
もう新しい遊びを考えようか。砂滑りとか。
そうだな。干上がっちゃったならしょうがないもんな。
だよな。しょうがないもんな。
ポジティブなんていうか、すごく前向きなんだな。くよくよしないっていうか。
ウサハナ王国はね、土地柄天気が荒れることが多くて、よく家の屋根が飛んでっちゃったり、畑が海の水でびしょびしょになっちゃったりするんだ。
屋根が大変じゃないか。
Roofs flying? What is on earth is going on? Like, things just seem like they're getting more and more out of hand and more crazier as each episode goes by. And I don't know how they excuse me, I don't know how they're supposed to deal with some of this stuff. Like, it's just so random. And why would the seeds want to mess with certain things? I feel like, yeah, they're trying to mess with things that give each kingdom its character and its way of life. But at the same time, like, what are they going to do with all these things? Why are they just trying to take away people's joy? Apparently. But I don't know. It's just crazy to me.
でも そういう土地なんだよ。お天気と喧嘩したって仕方ないっしょ。自然と一緒に生きてるんだからしょうがないこともある。これが宇佐花王国流の生き方、考え方なんだよね。
へえ。
本当にみんなおおらかだよね。何があってもまあいいかって感じ。
なはは、そうなんだよね。気にしてもしょうがないことは気にしない。それよりハッピーを見つけてシェアしようっていうのが花ちゃんのスタイルだからさ。
See, why can't the others just be so carefree like this? Like, no matter if you lose something or not, you still try to express the sense of happiness and finding, just different things to do in the meantime instead of like just being a Debbie Downer and just not even having that same level of excitement or care about something. You can always find different ways to get around of doing things. Yes, it may not be as fun as what you were doing before, but you still need to find that sense of light and joy even when circumstances change at that particular time frame. So I like that they had that kind of outlook in this kingdom, and I hope that other kingdoms can learn from that and take that into their perspective as well.
サナさん、あちらの皆さんは何をしていらっしゃるのでしょうか。とても大掛かりな工事をしているようですが。
わ、本当だ。なんかでっかいもの作ってる。
うん、あれはフェスティバルの準備だよ。宇佐花王国名物ハピ花フェスティバル。
フェスティバルですか。確か円卓会議の時、海が干上がったことでそのフェスティバルが中止。
They're like, nah, the show still must go on. We're still having this festival. It might not be the same as the festival we usually have, but I'm sure they're gonna make some, some alterations where everyone can still have some sense of fun or some kind of activities. That's the spirit I like to see. Come on, like make it happen, make it work in some way, shape, or form. It's gonna get done.
になりそうだとおっしゃっていませんでしたか。
なはは、そうだったんだけど、みんなで話し合ってやっぱやろうってなったみたい。
フェスティバルの目玉はサーフィン大会なんじゃなかった？サーフィンってできるの？
Have you ever heard of sand surfing? Maybe that's the thing. Maybe they can surf on the sand. You might not have any water, but I mean, hey, it's always a thought. They could at least try, right? I mean, I'm sure someone's tried that before, but you gotta do what you gotta do.
だよね。この海で。
聞いてみる？おーい、ちょっと来てくれる？
あ、サナーだ。みんな、サナーが帰ってきてるよ。
本当だ。円卓会議に行ってたんだよな。いつの間にかちゃんとフラガリアやってるんだな。
なはは。
おかえり、サナー。
あ、リメチャさん。
また遊びに来てくれたんだ。
だよーっていやいや、今回はお仕事だからあ、この僕がお仕事。旅って人を成長させるんだね。
他にもお客さんだよ。こっちの2人はわかるよね。
以前の円卓会議でお邪魔しましたね。その説はお世話になりました。
あったかく迎えてくれたこと覚えてるよ。
いやいや、光栄です。で、こちらのお二人は？
サナー君の新しいお友達です。
俺はハローキティ王国のフラガリア、ハルリットだ。よろしく。
噂のキティ王国の？
この国は初めてですよね。今ちょっと海がないんですけど、楽しんでいってください。
俺がちゃんと案内するよ。花ちゃんの国を好きになってもらえるように。
Gosh, they're so welcoming and the hospitality is really on point. And, like they said, they make the best out of every situation. They're still going to try to entertain, the rest of the nights and making sure that they can remember this kingdom and the community in a positive way. And that's really commendable. It really is. Instead of being like, oh, we don't have this, we don't have that, and just being like, just so I don't know, depressing. Like some of the other ones in the kingdoms, no offense, were kind of depressing to like just listen to them, and they had no sense of joy or happiness in their voice. They're just like, I can't. There's nothing to do. I'm bored. I don't really feel like, making an effort to try this or that. I mean, there was some that were trying to make do with the situation, but not to the extent that this kingdom is.
本当に頼もしく育ったね。
フェスティバルのことを聞いてもいい？目玉はサーフィン大会なんだよね。この海だと難しいんじゃないかなって。
そうなんだよ。だから別の目玉をみんなで考えてるとこ。
ご当地グルメ大会、宝探し大会、サンドアート大会。アイデアが出すぎちゃって困ってるんだよな。
That's honestly some really good ideals. See, they're over here brainstorming. Eating contests, scavenger hunt, and making sandcastles. Those are all great ideals. I think they should just use all three, if you're asking me. There is plenty to do. I would have like a numerous, if they can't decide, just have a little of everything and just set up like stations and stuff. That would be like, come on. They're not letting the sea pass up the opportunity to do other things that is very welcoming to their kingdom. They have all this land and island. The scavenger hunt would be a brilliant idea because you can explore the island, and also eating. Who doesn't like eating? Eating competition would be very good to see, especially because Remita likes food, and I know some of the other ones do as well. I'm sure he would participate in that. And just making sandcastles. They have all this sand. Excuse me. And they might as well use it to their advantage since they don't have any sea.
ねえ。
なるほど。
ふーん。フラガリアメモリーズ。
I think this is going to be a really fun and wholesome episode.
屋根があるとちょっと涼しいね。僕、干物になるところだった。
すごい日差しだもんな。
Oh my gosh.
俺、サナの服装に納得がいったよ。
お土産屋にこういうシャツいっぱい売ってるよ。ハルリットも一枚どう？
うん。俺に似合うかな。
あのさ、ブルース、お先にどうぞ。
いや、俺はメロルドの言葉を聞いてみたいな。
じゃあ遠慮なく。この国にはシーズが現れる要素がないと思わない？シーズが現れる要素っていうと、
プリン王国で話したあれだよな。シーズはこれまでみんなの大事なものを奪ってるように見えた。でも
それは単に人々を不安に陥れるためではない。大事なものをなくす悲しさを味わわなくて済むように、いずれ失う不安に震えなくて済むように先回りして消しているのではでしたね。
それ僕が思いついたってだけの話だからね。違うかもしれないからね。
うんうん、鋭い考察だと思うよ、リミちゃん。もっと自信持って。
そう。
プルースさんもメロルドと同じことを言おうと？
うん。今回のシーズはウサハナ王国の海を消した。つまりウサハナ王国の人たちが海を失う悲しさや不安を味わわないようにってことになる。
ああ、そうか。
Yeah, but I mean, obviously the people in this kingdom don't really have an anxiety about losing the sea. Of course they would like to have it and it's, important to them, but it doesn't put a damper on them having other things that they could to use to their advantage. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I kind of get what Meryl is saying about, the seeds trying to take away something, but having the seeds in this kingdom doesn't really add up and doesn't make sense because these people are just so resilient and they take, whatever they have to their disposal and just try to instill enjoyment and excitement and fun to do things. So them coming here it's really hard to figure out what their actual purpose is, because it's not really like they're necessarily losing anything. Yes, they are, but at the same time, no.
それはおかしいね。
おかしい。だってウサハナ王国の人たちは亡くなったら亡くなったでしょうがないかって考えるもんね。
だよね。つまりこの国にはシーズが好みそうな不安の種がない。
じゃあシーズは一体どうしてこの国の海を狙ったんだ？
どうしてだろ
う。現状手がかりらしい手がかりはありませんし、今は考えるより動くべきかもしれません。
つまり
手分けして情報を集めるんです。聞き込みですね。
ついに来た労働のお時間。でもサナーの国のためだし僕頑張るよ。
ただしこのオレンジシャーベットを食べきってからね。
I told you, Remy Cha is always about his food. Like, he just enjoys it so much. But obviously, he comes from a kingdom that enjoys food anyway, so that's a given. But like, yeah, the seeds thing, there has to be a different angle there. It's not necessarily working to their advantage, whatever they're trying to do. But hey, I mean, I don't know. Maybe we're thinking about it in a wrong way. But ultimately, it's just bringing them more clarity and more sense of trying to figure out different things to do for them. But yeah, it's not a bad thing for them in this kingdom. And it has to be really, really something like major, something very major to make them not feel the way that they feel right now, upbeat. I don't know what that could be that they could take away from them to make them feel like that. But I don't know, I guess we'll see. Like, it's interesting though to see the different takes on how the sea tries to affect each kingdom. But at the same time, when you have kingdoms like this, it's like, what are you trying to do is not really working. Like, you know how someone tries to put negative energy off onto someone else, or they try to do certain things to try to affect a person, but you know how some people just can easily block out all these negative influences and, you know, different things to deter them from their focus and what they're trying to do. Yeah, it's kind of like that.
こんなに急いで食べたらお腹を壊しますよ。
俺サナーと一緒に行っていいかな？一人だと迷いそうで。
もちろん一緒に行こ
う。結構聞き回ったな。もう日が暮れてきた。でもシーズらしきものを見た人は一人もいない。
シーズ隠れるのうますぎない？
見つけないことには浄化もできないのに。
これシーズとか全然関係なくて、最近のお天気ですってことないよね？
天気の影響で海が消えるなんてことはあるのか？
さすがにないか。だよね。ないよね。
どうしたんだ？
さっきも言ったよね。お天気と喧嘩したって仕方ないって。俺たちは自然と一緒に生きてるからさ。天気のせいなら仕方ないかって俺も笑ってられる。何かが壊れちゃったりなくなっちゃったりしても、笑ってられる。
サナ？
でもシーズがやったって話ならちょっと違うよね。シーズのせいなら俺は干上がっちゃったならしょうがないなんて思えないよ。あの海はウサハナ王国のみんなの誇りで、俺は花ちゃんのフラガリアだから。
そうだよな。俺もしょうがないとは思いたくない。
I don't think he's, necessarily trying to brush it off or laugh it off. Yes, because the sea is their pride, but at the same time, I don't know how to completely explain it, but I kind of understand what Sana is trying to say is like, yes, they have that sense of pride in having the sea and them, being known for that. But at the same time, it's not what completely makes them up as a whole kingdom. They inspire to continue to do things whether something is taken away from them or not. There always can be alternatives to a certain situation, and they're just looking at it from that angle and perspective instead of just, just focusing on something that they don't have and start utilizing the stuff that they do still have. I can understand if everything was taken away from them, then the situation would be different because they don't have anything else that they can lean on. But, I mean, everyone has their own angles and point of view. And I know he doesn't want to seem like he's just like brushing it off to everyone else that lives there in that kingdom, without figuring out a solution to get their sea back. But at the same time, he doesn't want to express negativity and, have that solely be the thing that they're fixated on.
ないよ。
まあそうは言ってもシーズ自体わけわかんないし、やっぱしょうがないのかもね。リミチャとロマリシュだ。
お疲れ様です、ハルリットさん、サナさん。
くたびれた。僕すっごい働いたよ。誰か褒めて。
すごい。
うん、偉い。
それほどでも。あ、本当にそれほどでもなくて、全然情報集まらなかったんだ。ごめん。
手分けしたエリアをくまなく歩き回りましたが、シーズの目撃情報にもシーズに狙われそうな不安を抱えた方にも出会えませんでした。
気にしないでよ、俺たちも同じだからね、ハルリット。
ああ、こっちも収穫ゼロだ。でもどうしてだろう。どこかにいるはずだよな。海がなくなったら嫌だって思ってる人が。
だよね。
っていうかリミちゃん、何持ってるの？
あ、これはね、シールセット。聞き込みに寄ったお店で見つけたんだ。かわいいでしょ。隅っこに埋もれてたのを発掘したの。で、ちゃんとお仕事もしてたからね。信じて。
Oh my gosh, Remy Child gets so off track very easily by like bright, colorful things, cutesy things. Like, he has to have it. I mean, I can't necessarily blame him, but his focus like gets deterred very easily when he sees something that he likes.
信じてるよ。
サナーさんがフラガリアを務める国なだけあって、どのお店もカラフルな雑貨がたくさんありました。
このシール、何の絵なんだろう。珍しい生き物かな。
精霊様とおっしゃっていたと思います。この土地の守り神のようなものでしょうか。
精霊様は海の神様だよ。海のどこかにいてウサハナ王国を。
Yeah, because it just stumbled upon the thought just stumbled on him like, wait, if there's no sea, that means there's no sea spirit. And now he's probably going to be like, oh my gosh, yeah, this is a bigger problem. We need to get a sea spirit back because that's essentially a part of us and everyone loves the sea spirit, you know?
精霊様、精霊様。
どうしたの、サナ。
俺ちょっとお城に行ってくる。
僕も行っていい？
いいよ。
俺たちも行こう、ロマリシュ。
I mean, I hope that it's still there, but I don't necessarily know if it will be. Like, it's because it seems like things just go disappearing and missing, and if they took the sea, then more than likely the sea spirit is also gone, and that's probably going to make things a little bit more complicated for Sana.
よいしょっと。 確かこの書庫のどっかで見たんだよ。どこだったかな。これじゃない。
おっきな書庫だね。かくれんぼできそう。
なあサナ。
See what I mean? Like Rumichang is so he must have like ADHD or something because he gets so off track very easily. Like he could just see certain things and boom, his attention is reverted to that and off of what they're actually supposed to be doing.
絵を探してるって言ってたよな。どんな絵なんだ？巻物？本？タペストリーとか？
昔一度見たってことしか覚えてない。
そんな。
私はあちらの棚から順に探します。おや？
やっほー、お邪魔します。
メロルド、プルースも。
町の人がサナーがものすごい勢いでお城に向かっていくのを見たって教えてくれてね。
そちらの守備はいかがでした？
点でダメってこんな言い方はおかしいか。シーズの気配がないのは国にとってはいいことだものね。
I mean, yeah, I would say that's a good thing because we wouldn't want Siege to just be lingering around there trying to think of what else they can do to disturb the kingdom. But now it's like just finding the solution, the reason why. That's the whole mystery here that needs to be solved.
でもさ、実際海は干上がってるわけじゃない？シーズの手がかりもないんじゃ手の打ちようがないよ。
その手がかりを今探してるところなんだ。
手がかりってどんな？
絵なんだって。王国に伝わる昔話が書かれてるらしいよ。
例えばこの壁の絵みたいな。
あ、
サナ、あそこの壁探してる絵ってあれじゃないのか？
あったあれだよ。
本を取り出したおかげで隠れていた絵が見えるようになったのですね。精霊様がサナーさんの熱意に応えてくれたのでしょうか。
メロルドもお手柄。
どの道誰かが見つけたでしょ。で、これに手がかりが書かれてるの？見たところ海の物語みたいだけど。
これは海の精霊様の物語なんだ。昔々精霊様と人は一緒に暮らしてた。精霊様は海の水を増やしたり減らしたりしてウサハナ王国の人々を助けたり逆に困らせたりしてきた。
海の水を増やしたり減らしたり。
そんなことできちゃうの？
So, convincingly enough, if that's true, then maybe it did have something to do with the sea spirit and maybe less of this about the seeds. I don't know. That's a possibility because as you said, the sea spirit can can give it more water, but it also can take it away. Maybe there's a reason at this point right now that he wanted to take it away. And maybe that's another clue that they have to figure out. Or it could just, be the seeds. But I feel like, I don't know. I'm at a toss up. I'm not too sure whether it's the sea sphere doing it or the seeds doing it. But hopefully we'll figure out this very soon.
精霊様ってすごくない？
だけど俺たちも魔法を使える。精霊も人も本当は同じような存在なのかもしれない。そんな伝承はいろんな土地に残ってるよ。
へえ。
王国が大きくなって人や物が増えると精霊様と人は自然と離れていった。それからも王国の人たちはお祈りやお供えをして精霊様にいつも笑っていてもらおうとした。
この絵がその伝承を表しているのですね。
ここに書いてある光の玉みたいなのが精霊様かな。シールだと動物と人の子を混ぜたような姿だけど。
精霊様の姿は誰も知らないからさ、想像で描くしかないんだよね。
Oh, so the picture that depicted the sea spirit is not actually technically what it looks like. It could look like anything, essentially. They're just made, you know, like they said, a guess of what it could possibly look like. I mean, interesting enough. You have to have something that, you know, people can kind of follow along with the whole sea spirit thing. So they're just like, okay, why don't we make it look like this? Some resemblance of the sea. I mean, it could possibly be, you know, exactly how they described, or it could be completely different from what they described. We might never know.
だけどその精霊様がシーズとどう関係するんだ？
精霊様は海の神様、海を守るものなんだ。ウサハナ王国の中をどれだけ探しても海がなくなったらって不安がってる人はいなかったよね。じゃあ人じゃなければ？
不安を抱いてるのは精霊様ってことか。
ありえるかもしれないね。
でも精霊様って言い伝えなんじゃないの？本当にいるの？
いるとされてるんだけど。
ちょっと
伝承には伝えるに至った理由がある。小さな子にもわかるよ。単純で突飛な話にされがちだけど、案外実話が元になってるものだよ。
ということは
精霊様がどこかに実在しても僕は驚かないな。シーズと関係してるかどうかは別として。
And see, that's the thing I was like just saying. It could not even have anything to do with seeds and just the sea spirit in particular. It has something to do with maybe something that's going on with that, and he decided to take away the sea for now until further notice or something else occurs, and he just give it back. You know, like I say, everything happens for a reason. It's just them trying to figure out what the actual reasoning is for the sea just being gone. And as I said, like, even if it was the seeds doing it, I feel like it's not really having effect on the people. And they usually do something that's going to be more effective and messing with, you know, the people's spirit and the mindset when something is like, you know, majorly taken away from them. But none of the people are feeling that. And I don't know if it's tied to the whole legend of the sea spirit. And so they don't necessarily, you know, take it into account that way, or something else. I'm thinking it's probably that, like, you know, they just have that certain belief in what they've been told about the sea spirit. Like, okay, well, he took it away, so I'm sure like he'll bring it back at some point. And we just have to, like, you know, keep going on and doing whatever in the meantime until it comes back.
俺も同感。
なんかロマン感じてきた。
精霊様にはどうしたらお会いできるのでしょう。サナさん、お住まいの場所はわかるのですか？
それがこの絵に書いてあるんだよ。言い伝えでは精霊様は海の楽園ってとこに住んでるんだ。入り口は隠されていて行き方を知らないと会えない。場所はね、ちょっとそこの地図くれる？はい。ありがとう。岬を国王の左の耳とし、鼻に当たる島を。なるほど。
宝探しみたいだ。
こういうゲームやったことあるよ。もういるよね。
両の瞳を結び。
See, now they're getting excited and they're having fun because, like, oh, okay, yeah, like, how does that? Like, it's like a treasure hunt. Like, you're trying to find and solve the mystery, you know, behind all of this and where it could lead. So yeah, I guess their next stop or their next place was going to the location of where the sea spirit actually is, which is Ocean Paradise. I don't know if there's some kind of passageway under this, like where the sea would be, or I don't know how they're even going to get into this secret passage. And if all of them going to go in there, some of them going to go in there, I have no idea. This is all just, they're going by what's been told to them and the whole legend and things like that. So they're just taking everything out of whim and just saying, why not? Let's see what's going to happen.
右の耳に ちょっとそこの物差し取ってくれる？
はいよ。
わかった。精霊様がいるのはね、ここ。
おお、海の上の何もない場所に見えるけど。
海の中ってこと？それも結構沖合。
っていうか、海の底みたい。海の楽園は海底の洞窟だって書いてある。こりゃ誰も会ったことがないわけだよね。
そんなところどうやって行くのさ。
なははいや。
Wait, what do they mean? How are they supposed to go all the way down there? If there's no water, I mean, shouldn't it be a little bit easier? Or is there still water in that particular section that they're talking about? I'm kind of confused on that part. But yeah, this should be quite interesting to say the least, considering that they have to travel to this certain location, make their way down to the cavern floor of the sea. Just to see if this is actually a real thing or if they're being bamboozled. Yeah. Hopefully they're not going through all the trouble for nothing being bamboozled, because that would be very disappointing, but I digress. Maybe something awesome is gonna happen. I'm just gonna keep my hopes up and assuming that.
いけるかもよ。
え？
今の状況を忘れてるんじゃない？サナ、海が干上がったのはどの辺まで？
この地図で言うと多分この辺。
あ、海の楽園のあたりまで干上がってる。つまり。
そう。今だからこそ歩いていけるんだよ。
Exactly. I thought so. I'm like thinking to myself, like, wait, isn't the sea gone? Like, it should be easy to get to since, there's no water. And yeah. I mean, because imagine, like, I don't think they're that versed at swimming all the way down. I mean, they wouldn't be able to make it all the way down there to the cabin floor by swimming. That would be a little bit more complicated. So I was figuring already that there was no water there and they could just easily go right to it.
この海底の洞窟に。
おお。
よし、早速明日行ってみようか。海の楽園に。
ここが。
Wow, that was fast. I'm just kidding. They slept the whole night and they're already there. They haven't, I thought they were gonna at least like have a little bit of adventure, showing their little journey to get to it, but they said we don't need all of that. It was just an easy, simple walking all the way over there and getting to the ocean paradise. They said we get into the nitty gritty. We don't need all that extra stuff. Okay.
海の楽園。なんと美しい場所でしょう。こんなところが海底にあるとは。
リミちゃん、目を覚まして。滑りやすいから転んじゃうよ。
Apparently someone's still sleepy. They didn't get enough rest, or it was just a exhausting journey. I don't know.
ごめん。
明け方から歩き通しでしたからね。
よくここで寝られるな。入った瞬間から空気が違うっていうか、身が引き締まる感覚があるのに。
うん。精霊様のいる場所っていうのもうなずけるね。
はい、すみません。
あ、何かある。祠みたいな。
すごく古そう。崩れちゃってるね。
嫌な感じだ。ローマリッシュ、下がって。
Oh my.
ローマリッシュ、大丈夫。
So this was a trap. Was this a trap set up by the seeds? Because maybe it's kind of seeming like that now. And why would they go through? Well, never mind. We know why they would go through all this trouble, of course, to make it more difficult for them. But that's not what I'm not understanding how the seeds well, I guess they would kind of find out about the whole legend thing, and they would assume that they would go looking for it, and boom, that's where they would get him at and set their trap. Wow. I guess the seeds are a little bit smarter than I thought they would be.
何これシーズじゃないっぽいけど。
精霊様だ。
Oh, never mind. I'm wrong. Okay, maybe it's not the seeds, and maybe maybe the sea spirit is just kind of like on guard because like they don't really have anybody go down there to seek him or it or whoever or whatever it is. But you know, I mean, of course I would be like that too. If someone came into your layer, your own dominion, and you're like, wait a minute, who are these people and why are they here?
ここは危なそうだ。一度出よう。待って、何か言ってる。え？ダメだ。聞き取れない。精霊様、俺は花ちゃんのフラガリアのサナ。聞こえますか？
さっきよりすごいの来た
サナ。
Oh my, what happened to our Sana? Yeah, I guess the sea spirit does not particularly like guest. That's been made apparent, but hopefully Sana is okay. I don't know if it affected his thoughts or memories or something like that, but yeah, something is not right with Sana. And hopefully the other ones can help bring him back to his senses if that's the case. And we can figure out how to get this whole situation resolved without anyone getting further injured or, you know, something major happening to one of the characters. And, you know, they can get to see back and they, you know, maybe he can be more friendly. So, yes, that was, wow, quite a mystery. I do say myself. Do say so myself. My gosh, I can never talk. What is with me? Anyways, that was a very interesting episode, as I say with all the episodes, because yes, they're all interesting in their own particular way. So yes, I will be reacting to part 2 of episode 5 in my next video. I hope you guys liked my reaction. Sorry if I was a little bit kind of like all over the place. You know, I don't know, I'm just like that sometimes, so excuse me. But if you liked this video, Sunshine, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and make sure you turn on your post notifications so you know when I post another video. I hope you guys continue to spread your love, light, and positivity out into the world, as we always need more of it. And I will catch my sunshines in the next video. Love you all. Bye.
Shine on me.